And welcome back to GoldrushRP 2.0. Now, as you guys see, we are over in Armadillo. Now, the reason for that is some stuff recently went on with Mexico. Some very, very big news. I don't think it's completely all happening in this video, but we're going to explain it a little bit in this one. So basically, Mexico as we know it, this whole lower portion is going to be, I believe, as I understand, no more. And instead, at least for what I know so far, we are going to be moving over to San Luis and starting our community of New Mexico there. I'm not sure what complete areas that that's going to encompass, but that's what we know so far, is that it seems like everyone from Mexico is going to be moving over and constructing a new town over here. Now, there is a big reason for it. As you guys know, if you've been watching the series for a little bit, obviously there's been no animals ever really around Mexico, and we have finally figured out why, at least our Peely. And the reason for that is, as you guys see on screen now, there was a whole entire documentation, a whole entire document written up. Definitely recommend checking it out on the Goldrush Discord. If you go over to the judicial notice board, you can read the whole thing. I'll put it on screen now, of course. But what had happened is the US had somehow poisoned the waters over in Mexico, and that is the main reason why, of course, no animals were able to, be over there, obviously. So after figuring this out, obviously, the Mexico government and the U.S. government had a talk together, and we were given some land, of course, over in the U.S., in the area of New Austin, over there in San Luis, as I showed you guys earlier. And that is where we are going to be moving to. So, I already transported most of my items on stream over to Armadillo. Again, these are eventually going to have to get transported again. But we got most of our items over here. We still have quite a bit, though, over in Chuparosa, as well as all the stuff from the Gunsmith. And yes, our Gunsmith is going to be moving over as well. Going to be very exciting. A little bit of a change of pace, and honestly, I think it'll be a nice change. Obviously, Mexico has been a little rough lately, especially with no animals, so being able to move over here, I think will definitely be some interesting RP and interesting for everyone involved. But either way, what we're going to do starting off this video is, of course, head on over to Thieves Landing. We're going to grab our wagon, and then I'll meet you guys over in Chupa, and we're going to be grabbing up all of our items there, transporting them all the way to Armadillo. It's going to take quite a little bit, but honestly, it shouldn't be too bad. But for now, I will go grab that wagon. I don't have a horse at the moment, so we're gonna go have to find one. I think our horse is currently in Chuparosa, unfortunately, or Thieves Landing, one or the other. But either way, we don't have our horse here with us, so we're gonna start heading on over and to Thieves Landing, grab our wagon, and I will see you guys when we're over at Chuparosa, grabbing out all our items, or if anything interesting happens on the way. And we're back over in Chuparosa. Finally, we got our wagon and everything. What we're gonna do, start transporting stuff. This is probably gonna take quite a lot. We have quite a bit in this storage over here, just a bunch of random odds and ends. And then, of course, we still have to transport everything from the actual gun store. And stuff has been stacking up in here for quite a while. So let's have a look and see what we got. Yeah, we got a lot in here as well. So this is probably going to take a good hour or so. Excuse me if I'm a little tired after all this. This is going to be a lot of just back and forth. Not exactly the most fun thing to do for probably the next hour. So I'm going to get working on that. We're also going to check our telegrams. I believe we actually had one from Mr. Harry. We actually have two from Harry, but one of them was going over a little bit of the Mexico situations, and it reads, latest news. So to my friend Seville, I hope this letter finds you in good health and high spirits. I recently have learned about the distressing situation unfolding in Mexico, and I must confess that I am deeply saddened by it. The rampant pollution and its consequences serve as a stark reminder of the devastating impact of unchecked greed on our environment. It is disheartening to witness the disregard for the well-being of both present and future generations, as industries prioritize profit over the preservation of our natural resources. I feel worthless in regard to the fact that I'm unable to do anything to assist with this. I can't even begin to imagine the pain of being kicked out of your own home. Please convey my heartfelt condolences to all those affected by this environmental crisis. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help. With sincere sadness and a strong desire for change, Harry. Harry has always been a great person to RP with. I love his RP, so I'm glad we're able to get some more from him as well. Sounds like unfortunately he has heard of it, and hopefully, in the future, him living in Saint Denis, maybe he can change some of the pollutions over there and help out the environment a little bit. We also have one from him as well with a business meeting. To my friends of VL, I hope all things are well. With all things good, I know this isn't exactly the best time with what you have going on, but we need to have a sensitive discussion. Oh my. There's a time and place we can meet this week. Let me meet you someplace. Saint Denis has eyes and ears all over. I could also use an excuse to get out of the city for a bit. Okay. Sounds like Harry also has some very important stuff to talk to us about, so let's quickly buy that as well as a pen. And I think we're gonna send Harry over a telegram. So let's write it out real fast, and I'll see you in just a second. All right, so our message reads, howdy. First off, I would like to say thank you for the kind words. As you have said, it is definitely a sad time for all of us, but looking on the bright side, it seems like we have a light at the end of the tunnel. And once our settlement is finished construction, I will also be opening a brand new gun store over in San Luis. On other terms, I would love to meet. Just let me know a time and place. Currently moving over everything from Superosa down to Armadillo, so we'll be in between there for the next hour or so. So most likely can either meet around there or any other place that might work. Just let me know and hope everything is all right. Pleasure as always, Zavil. So we're gonna send that off to him, and while we're waiting for a response, we're gonna start moving everything over. This is gonna take a long time. Also, if you guys have been enjoying the videos and all the time it does take to make them, please make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe. It's very much appreciated. But without further ado, let's spend the next hour or so getting through all of this and transporting it all over. I'm gonna do this as fast as we can, and let's begin. Alright, that's about it for the Superosa storage. Got the last bit on me. Finally, put it all in the wagon. Let's move the wagon on over. And of course, do the rest of the gunsmith. Whew, take a little bit of time, but we're getting there. And the storage seems like it is full, so we're able to get pretty much everything from the gun store except for mostly just the gunmaker oil as well as the iron plates. We got another Catalan, we can actually grab that on us. We can also grab another 100 gun oil on us as well. I think we should be able to grab 100 plates on us as well. There we go. Logs, the wood will probably just leave, honestly. Not the most useful thing. Can we grab the rest of our carrots? Grab 64 carrots at least. There we go. All right, so now we gotta make the long freaking trip back over to Armadillo. Probably take a little bit, especially on the wagon, and especially with how slowly I drive the wagon, because I'm paranoid of it breaking. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit, but either way, I'm gonna start heading home, and I guess not home yet, but heading to Armadillo soon, heading to San Luis home. Hopefully. Not sure when that's coming in, but hopefully it's soon. Either way though, let's head on back to Armadillo and I'll see you guys when we're there. Or of course, if anything interesting happens along the way, gonna be a long trip ahead of us. Hopefully it all goes well, and I'll see you guys over in Armadillo. And we are finally back over in Armadillo. Took quite a long time to get here, but we're here, and we're gonna go unload everything, which is gonna probably take a little bit. Then we might go check out the area that's getting worked on, where the potential new spot for our gunsmith as well as the rest of the people's businesses are gonna be. But we're gonna probably head on over there and see what is happening. First of all, of course, we gotta unload everything into Armadillo. We probably should have put this in a closer storage, but honestly, I don't have the patience to go move it even any further. It already took a freaking long time to get here. So let me unload all this. It's gonna take a second, but let's do it. All right, so we're getting through it. We have a lot of it already moved over. Problem is, the storage is getting a little too full. As you can see, if we try and like say we wanted to grab out these masks, if we want to grab them out, they come out fine, but then once we go to put stuff back in, it is quite laggy. Every time we put something in, it takes like a couple seconds before we're able to interact again. So what I think we're gonna do is, because we're heading over to San Luis to show you guys that anyway, on the way there is actually Benedict Point, which does have its own storage, and it's quite close to San Luis. So I think we're gonna head on over there, store the rest of our stuff, and then check out San Luis and what it has to offer. But while we are waiting to go over there, I figured we'd also check our telegrams real fast. If we can put away our map, that would also be nice. There we go. But let's also check our telegram, see if we got one back from Harry. It's only been about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours since then. So let's have a little check. Not over here, but I believe it's outside. Here it is. Here it is. All the hobos outside next to it. And let's see if we got one back. Does not look like we have. But we sent him one in. Hopefully we'll be in the back having that meeting over today or tomorrow. It sounds like it was pretty important. But either way, let's head over to Benedict Point, drop off the rest of this stuff, and then show you guys where we will be moving to very shortly. I'll see you guys again once we're over at Benedict Point, unloading the rest of our stuff. All right, we're over at Benedict Point, finally unloading everything we can. We actually ran into Tommy and his boys on the way. They gave us a little escort over, which was quite nice. But we're gonna start transporting all this stuff. Honestly, shouldn't be too much. We should be able to do this pretty fast. And then of course we're gonna go check out the new area in which we are finally moving to very shortly. But again, no response from Harry, so probably not gonna have that meeting with him today. But at least we ran into Tommy down here. We talked to him a little bit just about what was going on, our thoughts on it. But we might want to have a talk with him later. I've been thinking of starting something pretty interesting. So we might actually have a talk with Tommy about it. Again, nothing's final, but I've been thinking about starting something up, and it might be the perfect time to talk to Tommy a little bit about it. Once I think he's taking a nap right now. He had some issues, but once he's back, I think we'll have a short little conversation with him. I'm gonna finish unloading all of our stuff into our storage, and I will see you once we're back again, having a little conversation with Mr. Tommy. Alrighty, so unfortunately we weren't able to schedule a meeting with Mr. Tommy. Some exciting stuff ended up happening with him that unfortunately I can't reveal too much of, but in the meantime, we are going to go check out San Luis. Of course, the new area that once again we are going to be moving to. So we're actually quite close to it at the moment. As I said, Benedict Point was right there. So we're going to head over here and show you guys the area. Again, a lot of the buildings are probably going to be removed and a lot of buildings are going to be added. But at least you can get a little bit of an idea for the feel of the new spot we're going to be living at. Let's head on over there and show you guys our potential and future new home. And over here, it already looks like there may have been some buildings put in that were not here last time. But first of all, starting off at the top of the town, we have a nice little train station. I believe there is also going to be a train soon running through this area, which will be really nice. We'll offer some nice transportation. We can also probably do some really cool stuff with it. Maybe like a little mobile gunsmith, like at some hours here and there. We'll go around on the train, sell our wares to all the different towns. Could be really cool. Again, all these buildings are freshly put in, so there might be some stuff here and there weird with them. But I'm guessing this is going to be the train station, which is definitely a nice little building. I believe this is the same telegram office as in Superosa, so definitely a cool area nonetheless. Let's go check out the main town, though. So, starting off, coming in, we're not even in the main part of the town yet. Seems like there's already got some stuff added here. So a nice little building. Again, I think most of these are going to be works in progress, so none of these are going to be final, of course, and they might be a little weird. But nice building here. This is the bank, or this was the bank. I'm guessing this might be something else now. This is a huge area. This is quite a cool spot. This would be a cool little spot for the gunsmith, to be honest, but definitely a cool area. A lot of space inside there. We got another small building over here. Another nice one. Again, not furnished yet, but this could definitely be something. Maybe a little house or something. Could be cool. Maybe Zavil finally gets his house on the hill like he's always wanted. Honestly, that spot up there, or anywhere, would be really cool. Let's keep moving on, though, to the main town. And if we go a little bit further in, this, I believe, is going to be the main area for pretty much everything. I believe, yeah, this is right where it is, St. Louis. So I believe this is going to be the area that all the houses and buildings and such are put in. To be honest, it really fits kind of the Mexico vibe, especially the different kinds of trees, as well as the kind of more desert vibe over here. We also have, of course, a really, really nice waterfront area. I believe there's hopefully going to be like a boathouse or something here. Then be a nice spot for fishing. Maybe we can do some farming over there one day. Definitely a whole cool area. I honestly think it fits the vibe of Mexico quite well, and also it's quite a large area, so there'll be plenty of room for lots of buildings. Also, like up there on the ridge, imagine having ourselves Zavil's final little home up there, up on the hill. We've wanted one for a while. Honestly, this area over here would be insanely nice to have our little house on the hill, live over there with Miss Flowers, have a good time. Definitely a nice area. Honestly, I think that this could be honestly, I feel like this area fits really well. Yeah, imagine having our house up here, like something like this, having a big lay of the land. It'd be really cool. Or honestly, right over here, this big open area on the waterfront, perfect spot for a house. Gonna be cool to see the possibilities of this place expanding, and maybe, you know, with all these buildings added in, maybe we can get ourselves a little house for ourselves. Of course, we still have to pay off the gunsmith. We actually finally have enough money to pay it off, so I think on stream or soon we are going to be getting the gunsmith finally fully paid off. We'll probably have it paid off for the move here, just so that we know we fully own it, don't have to make any more payments or anything, and we'll be good for the future. But overall, quite some exciting stuff happening. Of course, all of Mexico kind of moving over here to San Luis. It's going to be quite the big change. It seems like a lot of the marshals as well are going to be moving over. A lot of the federales are going to be switching over, and yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Again, there's more to come. From what I've heard, it seems like there's going to be quite a lot of this area that's going to be considered New Mexico, from what I've heard from a couple people. But we'll have to wait and see until everything's finalized to see what it might be. But honestly, moving here, I think it's going to be a good change, a nice change of pace from everything that's been going on over in actual Mexico. It'll be nice moving over here to what I'm going to guess is called New Mexico, and kind of seeing the change of pace. We're going to see a lot more people. We're going to see a lot different people. And of course, we're going to have a lot more interactions. I believe a lot more RP. And it's going to be a lot more fun for everyone. And I think it's going to create some really cool content for the channel. But I think that's going to be about it for this episode. I know this one was a bit short, but it's been about 4 or 5 hours, and the majority of that was me going back and forth. Also, when we went to go drop the stuff off in Armadillo, unfortunately ran into a couple problems there, and that was probably another half hour of having to go get our wagon from thieves, having issues there as well. It's just been a little bit of a rough day, but we got through it, and we got quite a lot done. We finally moved all our stuff over. There are a couple things left over in Superosa, which we'll probably grab on stream tomorrow, or I guess today for you guys. Again, if you are watching this right now, I am live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 4 p.m. EST. Make sure to go check me out at twitch.tv/ZezGames. But again, I think that's going to be about it for this video. If you guys did enjoy, as always, make sure to leave a like. And if you want to, subscribe. And I will see you in the next video.